This is Tesla on the 5-minute time frame. Here are your price targets for Friday. We ended the day at $236.26, up 0.17%. To the north side takes us to one level of resistance and a potential take profit area at 2 standard deviations, roughly 242.33, at 3 standard deviations, roughly 246.74, and should we be so lucky as to get to 4 standard deviations, don't hold your breath, 251.05. To the south side, back at the middle of the trend and the baseline, that is now roughly 233.67. The blue line right here is VWAP at 234.25. Ignore all of the horizontal lines. I'll talk about that in a moment. Those are actually previous middle of the trend lines that now have turned into support or resistance. Now, -2 standard deviations takes us to another level of support and a potential buy-in area at 224.90. Below that, 220.49. And another level of support, 216.29. I do not anticipate price to get to this level. Definitely within -2 and 2 standard deviations all day long. Now, looking left, we have a gap right here. We gapped up, which means when we fill, it will fill to the south side, and that will close out at roughly 225.88. That's near this support line. And we have a gap here that opened up, and did it close? No. When you make it a little bit bigger, you can see that it did not close until March 19th. So this was a one-day gap, so congrats if you made some money there off of that gap play. So that is no longer open. That took us to 237.23. And I did a video when it was at 238.01. So we went from here to support and a bounce off of support up to resistance and a sell-off. So just within -2 and 2 standard deviations, this level, I'll just take it right. Let me turn off my magnet. So from here to here was a 7.95% return within this week. So from, well, let's just say from Tuesday, well, the high point right there, Wednesday. Let me delete that. Don't want to clog my chart with more things. It looks like a hot mess, but I know exactly what everything is. So this gap that I have been talking about, taking us down to 214. Yeah, that was, wow. All right, this gap opened up on October 24 of 2024. That takes us down to, oops, let me hit Option R to reset this. $214.29 is the next gap to the south side, but it looks like we're sort of finally reversing and going up slightly. So this could wick down here and then close us out, which we really do need to rip off the Band-Aid and just get us there. That way it does not continue to haunt us. Let me delete, or not delete, but oops. There we go. Turn this a different shade of red, so I'll match it. Let me just remove that. And what about to the north side? So we have a gap that will take us to 248.95 and another gap because we tanked 261.82, and then we have gaps up here for when we reverse, and you can bet that one day we will. And to the south side, 201.65. All of the darker pink lines are my previous buy-in line, buy-in areas. And let's go to the daily and give you some price targets. Okay, this looks like a hot mess because I've tracked this for years and years and years, and I haven't deleted anything. All right. Well, let's see. Back here, I don't know when the heck I did, when I did this, but before there was the split, I bought in at $696 and $696.50, and I sold at $891 and $893. Back when it was hot, and I trade shares, I don't trade options. Maybe one day I'll figure it out, but it's just not something I do, and I would suck at it since I would be starting from square one. All right. Oh, sorry. I digressed. Back to the daily. The RSI, let's start there. It was turning up, and now it's kind of like, is it going to go sideways? And then for another leg up? I don't know, but plenty of room to go to the upside on the RSI. And where are we? 236.26 is where we are, which is right here. So I'm going to give you this is where we are. So the upper band, 2 standard deviations, takes us to 252.13. And to the south side, the next leg down, 198.46, which would take care of both of these gaps. And yes, I don't want it to go there. I bought this in 2020. I still own these shares because I don't need to sell it. But I probably should have and started all over again. But it hasn't gone down to this level yet. But if it does, I'm not going to panic. And apparently I own down here as well because I've not sold out. But we have a gap that will take us to 144.88. Elon and Trump are being punished. Elon is being punished. I cannot believe that people are burning Teslas. I think it's disgusting. I don't care what side of the political fence you are, that is horrible to burn other people's cars and dealerships. And I hope they find all of them and all of the people and put them in jail. Let's swap places with the January 6th people, huh? Put those people in jail. All right. Let me go over to the weekly on the RSI. Oops. And we are down, still going down, so price can still be heading south where we haven't gotten into the turnaround zone yet for the RSI on the weekly. And on the monthly, also turning down. So more bleeding ahead for Tesla, in my opinion. But on the daily, that's where it gets a little, look at this. Kind of just going sideways. So we could go down again to go back up again. But the 1-year price target is 369.05, which represents a 56% return from where we are. Hard to think that we could get to that level, but we have been in the $100 range in the past. For the year, we are up 36%. And what does the news here say? Tesla rose 4.7 to $235.42, but dipped 0.2% to pre-market. Analysts lowered the price target to $450, while Cantor Fitzgerald upgraded to buy, citing key upcoming launches. Okay, Tesla begins exporting first mega pack from Shanghai factory. Trump denies Musk to be briefed on top secret plan for potential war with China. Yeah, he's trying to save the planet going green, saves the astronauts, saves taxpayers 115 $115 billion or million, 115 million. Yeah, unreal. And people are going berserk. All because they hate Trump and he is aligned with Trump. Get over yourselves. It's like, I can't believe there's all this fraud going on within the government and people aren't using common sense and thinking that's fantastic. Anyway, I can't go there. All right. I just use common sense. I'm about common sense. And if someone's saving me money and saving the planet, I'm all for it. All right, that is a look at Tesla. And here is a look at the heat map. NVIDIA up 0.86%, Microsoft down 0.25%, Apple in the red 0.53%, Google down 0.74%, Meta up 0.33%, and Disney down 1.43%. All right, that is a look at the heat map and Tesla. If there is a ticker you would like me to go over, please let me know, and have a fantastic trading day.